Thank you, Zanele. And yes, what a good workout that was. Now, I know when it comes to you at home, you always have this dreaded question you ask yourself or perhaps your partner every single day. What's for dinner? Well, we've got you covered with our creamy sun-dried tomato pesto chicken recipe. It is a comfort midweek meal that you can enjoy even if you are lactose intolerant, because that's why we have Teresa here to show us how to make this delicious recipe, and we will be using our no-lac, Clover no-lac milk. So Teresa, I'm going to quickly grab our milk because we have got most of the ingredients over there.
All set
and
up.
then we're going to grab our no-lac.
Yes. Well, what's for dinner is something I hear every single day, usually from the little ones. So,
Mom, what's for dinner?
Yeah, I have to have a plan. And this is a really great weeknight meal. It's so quick, it's nourishing, wholesome. So you're going to love this one.
It's going to be tasty if I look at the amount of spices in front of me.
Amazing. So we've got our chicken fillets here, and I'm just going to add a couple of different flavorings to that. So we've got our garlic. We've got some oregano, some smoked paprika, and you can play around actually with your spices and your heat level. I'm going to add some chili flakes.
And I mean, the chili, where does the heat level come from? Is it coming from the chili flakes or the paprika or both?
Both, mainly the chili.
Okay.
So if you really don't like the heat, you can obviously take it out, or if you like it really spicy, add more. So just adapt it for your family. And don't forget to season as well. And then you're just going to toss the chicken in all these beautiful slices. They smell amazing.
And that one's got a bit of a bite to it.
It's got a bit of a bite. But as I said, play around and make it the way you like. And then that's going to go into our olive oil. And you're just going to brown your fillets. That's the first step.
Okay, because chicken's one of those things, you want to make sure it cooks through properly. You don't want to have any, like, oopsies around that.
No, you want to be very careful.
And I noticed you're using chicken breast. Is this a recipe you can also do with, you know, the thighs and the wings and the drumsticks?
Definitely. Actually, the boneless thighs are lovely. They're so tender, so that's an option as well. And what you could do if you wanted to be really organized is actually put the spices on earlier in the day and just leave it in the fridge. And then it's all ready to go.
To get it to, like, almost in a weird way, marinade. Or I know spices don't marinate, but you need the liquids to marinate it.
You can let them sit in the spices and just, do their thing.
Okay.
Right, so I'm just going to brown those off before we add the rest of our ingredients.
Okay.
So it's very, very easy.
And I love that we get to use this with chicken breasts. And we get to obviously add I know you prefer the skinless and the boneless, but I mean, adding the bones, would that just require more cooking time? Or is it just a case of you have to just check and cut the chicken open to see the color?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I was actually doing chicken thighs and drumsticks on the pan last night, and it's absolutely fine. You just have to make sure it's cooked through about 20-25 minutes on the pan, and you should be good. Okay. Because we will be cooking it in the no-lac in our sauce. So it will still cook absolutely fine.
Oh, well, speaking of no-lac, the combination of the pesto and the no-lac that Teresa is still going to put together, it's going to keep the chicken moist throughout the cooking process. So you can also use any of your favorite pesto flavors. What pesto are we going for today?
We are using tomato pesto. It's got so much flavor. It's lovely and rich. So I'll actually add that in now.
Okay.
And again, you could play around and use different pestos.
I want to use a basil pesto.
Oh, delicious. So pop that in and just let that cook for a minute or two. Just coat your chicken. It's going to get lovely and sticky.
And the beautiful thing is we've got those spices. I've had food before. You can taste when the food didn't cook enough.
Yes.
When the spices didn't cook through. It's got a powdery... You can taste the spices, but you can't taste the flavor that's supposed to come through.
Exactly, and that's why we cook it a little bit first, just to activate those spices, get them to release their flavors. So don't add everything in straight away. Give them a bit of time to do their thing.
Okay, so this is one of those dishes. You just need to be patient, but it's going to be simplistic in the sense that everything goes into one pot. Right. Now, you mentioned the no-lac.
Yes, that's going to go in next.
Okay, fantastic.
Thank you.
And this is amazing because, I mean, ordinarily you would have just used normal milk, but now we're going with no-lac, lactose-free. We're going with a full cream milk because not only is this dish hearty and delicious, it is also packed with the goodness of dairy with a great source of calcium and vitamin C. And Clover no-lac full cream fresh milk, which we are using today, it is easy to digest, so you can also be free of discomfort that comes with being lactose intolerant.
Yeah, there we go. So that's pretty much our sauce. You're going to let let that simmer down. It'll reduce, get a bit thicker. We're also going to add a bit of spinach, so that'll wilt into the sauce.
And we want that sauce to cook through a little bit before we add the spinach. This is closer to the end.
Yes. Let it thicken a bit. Let the chicken cook through. The spinach will go in, and then you can serve it with rice, with pasta. I love it with roasted vegetables, whatever you like. It's going to be delicious. I mean, look at that.
It is a hearty dish.
Amazing.
We have some here. Oh, absolutely incredible. Now, if you think you might be lactose intolerant, head on over to Expresso's social pages and use the link to take the quick test. You can also be free with no-lac, Clover no-lac. Now, you can get this delectable and delicious recipe by simply heading over to our website, that is expressoshow.com. Say goodbye to nausea and cramps and say hello to delicious freedom with no-lac's range of lactose-free milk and yogurt. Be free with lactose-free.